just got back from my first ever solo trip. I can't believe it took me this long. I'm definitely gonna go on more, but here are some tips for first time solo trip. First of all, I think Hawaii was the perfect place to go solo, especially Oahu, because I haven't been to the other islands, so I can't speak to those, but I had the best time there. So first of all, I say rent a car. Like, unless you're going to New York City or somewhere like in Europe, rent a car. It was so nice to have, just to like be able to at night get in the car or not have to tell like an Uber driver, oh, why are you alone or something. Just, it eliminates that unneeded touch point with like another man or something, because you can drive yourself around. I felt so safe driving around in my car, and it was so nice to just be able to put things in. Like, I went to the beach and would change and just go to dinner. I would be out all day and just have the car as kind of like my little safety hub. I was there for 4 nights and kind of like 5 total days, and it was only $250 for me to rent the car. So I don't think that's bad. I think it's worth it. Number two is safety, of course. I always say never post in real time. When I was there, I stayed in 2 different parts of the island. I stayed in Honolulu first, and then I moved to Kailua. And I didn't start posting about the trip until I was in Kailua. Like, I was posting in Honolulu when I was long gone from Honolulu, just because you just never know. Like, I don't know. I wanted to share that I was like on a solo trip, and the last thing I want is people like following me there or just like knowing I'm there solo or something. And then also, of course, never tell anyone there that you're on a solo trip. I would use the excuse that I was there on a work trip, like, oh, I'm working with the hotel and I have a bunch of like meetings. Or I would say like, my friend's meeting me here, my friend's running late. Never say that you're on a solo trip. No one needs to know that. For Oahu specifically, kind of going back to the car thing, I definitely recommend getting a Jeep Wrangler because I had the best time driving them around. It was so fun. But also, I recommend staying in 2 different places. Like I mentioned, I stayed in Honolulu, and that was simply because it was so much cheaper to stay there. So I did 2 nights in Honolulu, I think like $300 total, and that included a free parking spot. And then I moved to Kailua, which is like a super small beach town on the east coast. And that was such a totally different vibe. So I always recommend, like, no matter where you're going, to always stay in 2 different places so you can see 2 different parts of the island and just get 2 totally different experiences. And the beaches in Kailua were absolutely amazing. So much better than the beaches in Waikiki. Kailua had some of my favorite beaches. My favorite restaurant I ate at the whole trip, which was Buzz's Steakhouse that Obama goes to all the time. And it just felt like a truly like local, quaint experience, which is exactly what I wanted. But going along with that, it was definitely more expensive. It was like $250 a night, I think, to stay at this beautiful Airbnb. Other parts of the island